Hi there, this is Mathia Ford with Renal Diet HQ, and today I want to go live and talk to you about eating pasta on a kidney diet, because believe it or not, it's actually National Noodle Month. March is National Noodle Month. It's Kidney Disease Month or Kidney Awareness Month, and it's also National Nutrition Month. So as a dietitian, I'm interested in all of those. So I wanted to talk to you today about eating pasta on a kidney diet, because a lot of times we hear all these weird diets, and I shouldn't call them weird, but they're weird, like low carb, slow carb, Atkins, all that stuff. And those diets might work for someone who is not experiencing a chronic disease and not dealing with a chronic disease, but if you have kidney disease or you have a family member who has kidney disease, then you're one of those people that really needs to follow a more traditional diet without trying to eliminate everything, because you're already going to have to manage and minimize some of those things that you already are eating, like protein. So I wanted to talk to you about that today. Pasta is kind of like, it's a little bit harder to give you nutritional information on, because pasta is a variety of things. It's noodles, it's egg noodles, it's rotini, it's spaghetti, it's all those things. So I can't tell you specifically, depending on the brand. You certainly can look at the label, but it's definitely going to be lower potassium, lower phosphorus than potatoes. One cooked spaghetti serving, which is usually about a half a cup, has about 200 calories, 7 grams of protein, and 40 grams of carb. So actually that's probably closer to a cup if it has 40 grams of carbs, and some fiber. And it's going to be enriched, so it's going to have some extra B vitamins in it. So if you had about a cup of cooked spaghetti, you're already getting 7 grams of protein just purely from the flour that's in the spaghetti. So if you're managing the amount of protein that you're eating, you want to be aware that pasta can be a source of protein. It can be good for, if you're on a vegetarian diet, it can be a good source of protein for you there. It's typically low in phosphorus and potassium, and that's something that a lot of people are watching. So, and it can be low in sodium. You just have to look at the label to be clear. But when you're doing it, the main thing is to make sure you're not putting it with things that are high in sodium or high in phosphorus and potassium, like red sauce. If you're going to have red sauce, you might want to make your own, and that you can make it in a little lower sodium version. We're going to have some new spices coming out on the Nikki's Kitchen line, and they'll be salt-free, and you can use those to make a good sauce. I'm going to have an Italian one eventually. I'm going to have in the Facebook group, or in the Facebook page, on this page, we're going to have, if you are listening on the podcast, it's facebook.com/renal diet. We're going to have a poll for you to tell me what the next spice should be. I've already decided the first one. It's like a pepper blend with some cumin and chili. Still thinking of a name. But the next one, I'm going to have a list of about 4 different ones that you can give me your vote on. Thanks for the thumbs up there. Okay, so white versions of pasta in your meal. You want to avoid like the whole grains, just because they tend to have a little more potassium and phosphorus in them. So if you're really concerned about that, you want to stick to the whole grains. Watch out for the sodium content. Again, just make sure that whatever you've got, you've looked on the back of the nutritional panel, picked the one with the lowest sodium content, and stay away from pastas with added protein. So sometimes, I already said you have about 7 grams of protein in a cup, and sometimes they add protein just for vegetarians or people who may want to eat more protein. That's not you. So go ahead and watch for that feature, because you don't want to pick those. You want to manage the amount of protein, whether you're on a diabetic or a pre-dialysis diet. And you should definitely eat it in moderation, just knowing that it's 200 calories in in a cup can be a lot of calories. If you're trying to gain weight, that can be fine. It can be filling, so it's good. You just have to watch the portions. Really, that's the main thing that you need to pay attention to. We have a recipe on the website, chicken noodle soup. It's the most popular blog post. Let me see if I can put a link to it, because it is the most popular blog post on my website, and people love it, and it's got noodles in it. So it's a low sodium chicken noodle soup, and let me see if I can. So if you want to go over there, you can print the recipe, or you can sign up and it'll send you the recipe in a PDF form. So that's the main thing that I wanted to review today on the blog post that I put in there. There's also the blog post that talks about pasta on a renal diet, kind of goes over everything I talked about, but it also has some other recipes that are good for people with kidney disease. So the other thing I wanted to talk about today, I feel really, lately I've been feeling this urge to be grateful and to show a lot of gratitude, and I've heard that a lot in people around me, saying, I'm grateful for this, or I try to be grateful for things, or I find things every day to be grateful for. So I wanted to talk to you today because I'm going to do a 5-day challenge in on the Facebook page. And so between now and Easter is coming up on the 1st of April. This is 2018. So we have 5 days, including today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, between now and Saturday, every day I'm going to post something that I'm grateful for. And I would like you to go to the blog post, or not to the blog post, to the Facebook page, and tell me something that you're grateful for. I think we're all grateful for a lot of things, and we forget to take a minute to say, I'm really glad that I have this in my life. Maybe you're grateful for your grandchildren. I'm grateful definitely for my children. I had a very difficult second pregnancy. The first one was kind of tough, and the second one was really tough. And if you don't know the story, and I probably have never told you, my daughter was born at 27 weeks, and she was 1 pound and 14 ounces. And yet, I can post a picture of her in the Facebook page, but she looks just like a normal 6th grader today. And I'm grateful for all that she has and become. And I'm grateful that, we have modern medicine, and we had access to that medicine when she was born. So I remind myself that sometimes I have so much to be grateful for, and yet I spend a lot of time thinking about the things that I'm not so grateful for. So I want to spend the next 5 days using a lot of my extra energy to show what I'm really grateful for. So I'm going to post in there. I'm going to say something every day that I'm grateful for, and I'd like you to add, and that's going to start after this live video. I'm going to go in and create that post, and so I'd like you to add to it if you can. And then last thing for the day is I wanted to just remind you that you have everything within you that you need to overcome whatever difficulties you're having. So if you're feeling like the kidney disease is really hard, or the renal diet's really hard, you do have whatever it is you need to overcome that. You can learn to cook, you can read blogs, you can get more information, but it's within you that you can do that. So I just want to remind you and be your encouragement today that don't ever forget that you are the one who can make those changes and you're able to do those things. So have a great day today, and thanks for listening. Thanks for the thumbs up and the hearts and everything today. I really appreciate that. And go into the Facebook page and vote on the poll. I'm going to put that up later today. And then also just tell me what you're grateful for, because I really need those little things to hear. And remember that you are capable and strong, and you can figure this out. So I just wanted you to know that today. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks.